Hey, Rosenbull Farms fam. This is Teddy, and I just wanted to go back in post. I am just finishing up the greenhouse video, and I realized that I didn't touch base on like the costs and everything like that associated with building. So one of the things that my dad and I had discussed afterwards was that the cost wasn't all that much. In comparison to like buying a kit, those kits are generally pretty expensive, like in between the $2,000 to $5,000 range. For the second time, because this is the second time that we have rebuilt this particular greenhouse, for the second time that we've rebuilt this is like we are all in maybe $300-400. Now, the one thing that we do have to say is that the lumber we did get free. Our neighbor had given it to us. So the big 4x4s and a lot of the big timber that you guys see in the video, we did get that for free. But even if you add those into the cost, you're maybe bumping it up a couple $100 extra. The plastic, I believe my dad said it was $150 for the roll. The 2 sets of the wiggle wires that came with the tracks to hold in the sides of the greenhouse, I think he said that was like $75 to $100. And then the shade cloth and the netting and stuff, not much more than that, maybe $50 to $100. And then you gotta account things for like the doors and all of the hardware and stuff, like the screws, the nails, and all that stuff you're using. So I mean, all in all, you're talking probably less than $1,000 for a 10 to 20 foot a 10 by 20 foot greenhouse. And really, we use it for 2 things. 1, so that we have the ability to grow year-round, and 2, so that we have a place to start our seeds, because we start a lot of seeds at a time. At any given time, I mean, my mom's planting in between 500 and 1,000 seeds at any given time, just so that we can get those in the ground, because we do have a higher operation. But if you are just trying to do this for yourself, super easy, not super expensive. It took us a couple hours to get the plastic on just because it was a windy day. But I mean, even if you're building everything from scratch, you're talking maybe a 6 to 10 hour project. It wasn't super crazy, especially if you've got hands to help. So yeah, just keeping that in mind, I hope that helps with you guys.
Okay, so there you have it. We got the greenhouse plastic put on the greenhouse. We were hoping to get this done before Miss Angie got home and surprise her with this being done. We got a few more things to do. We still got to get the shade cloth put on it, a few more netting stuff put in, so a little bit more circulation in there. It does get very hot in there in the summertime. Once we get the shade cloth put on, we'll get the rope put down to hold the plastic down under the high winds that we get here. Other than that, it's a start for the summer. Actually spring, it's February 28th, 2023, so we're ready to get going. Miss Angie is ready to start planting. So thanks for watching, guys.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So yeah, if you guys are ever planning on doing a greenhouse yourself like this, this stuff right here, this stuff down here, it's called wiggle wire. Essentially, you just run some tracks along the wood as you're building it. It comes with it, you said?
The wiggle wire and the track come together.
The wiggle wire and the track come together. And yeah, it's super easy to install. Honestly, the sides took us like 15 minutes total. The back edges to get it tight, you know, somewhat tight, so that it becomes airtight. That took us longer than the sides themselves. But other than that, I think overall it's a good first step in the right direction. We do plan on buying a pre-assembled kit eventually, but for now this is going to work for what we got. So appreciate you guys watching, tuning in. We will talk to y'all next time.